Welcome to Advanced Basics 1. Today we're going to be exploring weighted step-ups. So we're going to have a debut for our day bag, and we're going to show you how to set that all up and incorporate that into the workouts to come. We're going to look at the single leg hinge hold, now testing your balance as well as the muscles on the back of the leg there, and then trying to expand the hollow body hold out to both legs out. The idea here is in the advanced sections, we're going to be bringing down the rep ranges and doing less overall volume of work, but really now challenging the strength and showing you how to get more resilient tissue. We're going to be looking at positions of unusual strength and also building a really resilient and adaptable body. Keep going back to the beginner and foundation videos to rehearse and explore more of the technical elements. And then once you're confident with those, use them as warm-ups preceding the workouts that you're going to do in the more advanced and expert levels. See you over at the warm-up. So let's start today's warm-up by looking first at plank weight shifts. So what you're going to do here is you're going to form a plank shape on the floor. You're going to think about the head in a neutral position, just looking into the horizon, shoulder blades pressing apart, tucking that hip so that there's no arch developing in your low back. You're going to brace those abs and keep that pushing feeling into the floor. From here, just gently exploring, shifting your weight from left to right. We're going to really think about, as we do so, keeping that tension, retaining that plank shape the whole time. Now shift forwards and backwards, pivoting on the balls of your feet as you need to shift that weight. From there, got about 15 seconds. So you can also now make small little circles, change direction, and really building that resiliency in your wrist to be able to handle a whole bunch of interesting positions. Great work. From there, we're going to do side lying leg raises. So what I want you to do here is bring yourself down to the floor and just support your head with your hand like so. And then what you're going to do from here is, while you keep your pelvis tucked again, so there's no big arch forming in your back, you're going to think about lifting the leg up to a comfortable height, stressing the muscles on the side of the legs. Excellent. Leading it rather than throwing the leg up, and squeezing your butt and abs to maintain the structure of your spine. Great work. From there, coming up, going over to the other side, down, supporting head, tuck pelvis, leg extends, and then I'm thinking of leading the ankle. Good work, everyone. Let's just match up a little bit with the other side. Give me 3 or 4 more reps here. Excellent. Last couple. And then we'll look at mountain climbers. Great stuff. So, from here, that plank position again. And now what we're going to think of doing is bringing our knees up the middle of the body, comfortable position, and just getting a sense of that movement of the knees and hips, flexing, bending to come up, extending to go back, and really maintaining that flat back position here so that you don't start to drift into this lower back arched shape. As you start getting more comfortable, you can play with gradually increasing the pace. It's going to help bring that heart rate up, just get the core temperature raised in your body, and make that transition into the circuit that much easier. Fantastic work. All right, so for this circuit, you're going to need your day bag. We're going to place it on our backs, just like you're going on a hiking trip. Might just put the top one in, and then we're going to do exactly the same step ups as we've done, now just with this added weight. So for the first set, let's just work through it a little bit slower than we would normally go. Just getting the sequencing of the right foot up, right foot down, left foot up, left foot down, and then just quickly go through some of the key teaching points here. Knees tracking down middle of the feet, hips level, so that you're not getting a kinking off to the side as you step up, making sure that bum and abs really nice and squeezed and tight the whole way through, and then just building that repetition sequence. Right up, right down, left up, left down. You've got a good posture with your chest up, but your ribs kept down, and head just looking straight forwards. Couple more seconds. Nice work. Taking the backpack off, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go and set up the hollow body hold. Try and explore now both legs coming out. So what we're going to do here, establish that little pelvis tuck so our back is flat to the floor. And then from here, you're going to experiment bringing the legs out, opening up the angle at the knees and the hips to a position where you're working hard here, but you're still able to keep your low back on the floor. What you don't want is to dump out by stretching the legs too far. So if that happens, just bring it back in a little bit, work at this position, and gradually we can start to extend as you're getting more and more comfortable. And then the final exercise in this particular sequence is a single leg hinge hold. So first of all, you're going to think about establishing the hinge hold by bending the knees slightly, pushing butt back, and creating that tension in the back of the legs. We're going to shift the weight over to our right side, and then you're going to bring the left leg off the floor. We're going to stabilize here. Really think about the knee right down the middle of the foot, butt, legs, stomach, arms, everything's engaged. You're working very hard to keep that structure. If you need a little bit of support, you can just balance here with fingertips lightly on the bench and then come off as you feel comfortable. Coming up, set up, hinge, shift the weight to the left side, squeeze, root that foot into the floor, butt on, legs on, abs on, arms working as well, and we're just going to hold that shape. Really getting used to loading each side independently. Great work. Back with our day bag. On it goes. And now we can get straight into the set. So here what we're really focusing on is that strength building. So even though we're moving a bit slower than we've built up to in some of the intermediate and beginner videos, what we're doing here is with the added weight, we're really starting to challenge your body to develop strength. Also makes it quite nice in terms of giving you some practice at transporting the kind of loads you will when you're going hiking outdoors. Great stuff, everyone. About 10 seconds here, and then we're going to go back into the hollow hold. 3, 2, 1. Bag comes off. Establish the position, and let's work now at the key points. Tuck that pelvis. I'll show you the full variation. This is where we're looking to stabilize. Pelvis tucked, toes engaged. I'm really thinking of stretching my feet away from me. Hands are going to press towards my feet, engaging all of my arms, abs, legs. Few more seconds here. Excellent work. Hinging. So, right foot. Now let's try lowering down on that single leg. And you can see now the shape that I'm hitting here. I'm thinking of almost like a curtsy, a bow at the waist. Posture is still good, keeping my back and abs engaged. I'm working hard to maintain that foot and knee going forwards together, trying to prevent the knee from drifting inside or outside. Good. Set up with the left side. Squeeze. Pull yourself down. Butt, stomach, arms, everything engaged. Support the position with good creation of tension. About 10 seconds left here. Focusing on a point ahead of you, also with the visual, helps to maintain that balance. Excellent. Now, day pack on. As you're getting a few more repetitions in and you're starting to get comfortable with the movement, you'll naturally want to bring that pace up a little bit. So you also start challenging the cardiovascular system again. You might be in this workout, it might be the next one. What we really want is, in this basic sequence, that you learn the technique, give yourself a little bit of a bedding in period, and then you've got so many potential videos to explore the harder work to come. Excellent stuff. 15 seconds, and then hollow hold. You see the importance here of strong abdominals, this core section, really understanding how to create as much tension as you can. Excellent. Bag off, down, hit the position, and maybe you're going to select a place that is appropriate for you anywhere in this continuum. Key thing is, we tuck your pelvis, no space for your fingers to slide underneath your low back. Hold the tension. Squeeze your legs together. Just tuck the chin in a little bit and maintain the structure. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Hinging. Shift weight onto that right leg. Squeeze and pull yourself down. Getting towards a point where your torso is almost parallel to the floor. I'm holding a small knee bend, playing around with a little bit more knee flexion here. So you can see what I'm doing is letting that knee drift forward a little bit more and holding that position. Great exercise for strengthening this knee. Awesome. Shift over the weight. Left foot. Squeeze. Pull that torso down until you're parallel to the floor or thereabouts. Little bend in the knees. And now, just root into the floor. Create lots of tension there. Really important support exercise for the step up. Maintaining that balance. If you need a little bit of assistance, little fingertip support, great work. So, last round. Let's see if we can input a little bit more movement speed here. And always aiming for the quality pieces. Soft connection of foot on floor and box. Hips level. Chest up and ribs down. Strong contact for glutes and abs as you step onto the box. Really locking everything down here. Fantastic work. 30 seconds. Last 20. Last 5 or so here, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Great stuff. Bag comes off. Last hollow hold. So you should know your position now. Hit it. Lock it down. No space underneath the low back. Legs squeeze together. Stretch those arms away from you. Hold that tension. And now, small breaths, but don't hold your breath as well. That'll make you very tired very quickly. Couple more seconds. Excellent. Hinge to finish. You can see I'm really trying to squeeze my arms, make fists, anything to help me push into the floor and retain that tension. Almost there on this side. Got another 4, 3, 2, 1. Left. Get that tension. Get that balance. Knees right in line with the toes. That's great. Squeeze and hold the shape. 20 seconds more here. Excellent work, everyone. Last 10 seconds of this circuit to go. Make it count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, hikers. All right, everyone, cool down time. So we're looking at 2 movements here. The first one is the hamstring stretch. So what I want you to do here is I want you to think of putting your fingers, like I'm doing here, into the hips, and then I'm essentially helping them back into a position by bringing my torso forwards, but I'm really making sure that as I do so, that I'm not independently arching like this through my mid-back. So to prevent that from happening, I'm just going to have a little tuck of the pelvis, squeeze the back of my legs, and then fold forward. You should feel a really nice, consistent stretch in all of the tissue, the back of your leg, hamstrings, the way it connects into your butt, and maybe even a little bit of calf here, depending on your tightness. From here, you're just going to hold the shape. Think of breathing deeply in and out of it. I can also rest my arms here on the top of my legs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently coming up. And then from here, we're going to do a clasp stretch behind our back. So, staying about hip width, tucking that pelvis, so abs are engaged and you're not going to move through your low back at all. I'm going to clasp my hands behind me, interlacing the fingers, and then while I squeeze my shoulder blades together, retraction, I'm going to think about trying to lift my arms up as much as I can. And again, find your comfortable limit. We're not trying to stress and strain your body. And the thing to be mindful of here is dumping out in the shoulders to try and lift higher. I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together and then lift. Also monitoring here our back position and our posture. We want to avoid getting squished down here. So I've got that chest up, ribs down cue. Thinking of squeezing my shoulder blades together. And then last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms back to the legs. Disengage. Just shake them out. Fantastic. Congratulations on completing Advanced Basics 1. Today we covered step-ups with added weight using our day pack. We looked at hollow body holds, now exploring the legs coming out to a full hollow body position, and then also finished off with some single leg hinge holds. Remember, if you've been following the process through the beginner phases into the intermediates, the performance capacity now is being built with the progressions that we've underlined before this. So if at any point through this you felt like you were just a bit too far ahead of your capacity, don't be afraid to go back, check out beginner, check out intermediate. We have learn and mobilize videos as well. They're all really, really useful to build up that education and to learn more. From there, keep thinking about now building strength. Fewer reps, but with added weight and with creating more tension, Now we're really starting to challenge you to get more resilient, more adaptable, and be able to handle all sorts of things that'll be thrown at you once you go hiking outdoors. From there, we really look forward to seeing you next time